现在呢，就是说关于你怎么使用 Healy 呢，实际有一个叫 Healy 的学府，叫 Academy，Academy.Healy.World，你就进你的 Healy 后台，它就有，比方去商店，它都会告诉你的。比方说你去 US 大的 shop 这个 Healy shop 商店，或者你是 back office，它都能找得到这些地方。比方说这个地方是 science 是科学的哈，然后这个生意的哈。你看这个机会是这个活动后台 back office，应该去下面也可以找得到 Academy。
你点的什么进的什么地方？
你去任何地方，你去你的黑 e 后台，它都有一个就是叫 Academy。你如果找不到呢，你就在这个黑 e 的这个地方小商店里边，这里也有个 Academy，看到没有？就是 US 到的黑 e shop 是吧？
嗯，
那 US 到黑 e shop 你登录进去，它这里有个叫 Academy，不用登录，在外面就有个 Academy，就在这里。OK，这个 Academy 呢，就是说你就会让你去你
点一
看这么多
下香港，
国家。
点一下
对对，
中文的。
你看哈，你看是北美的就是在这里，欧洲在这里，但是你无论你点哪一个，你都可以那个啥，你都可以进去的。那么你想看中文，你就去香港或者台湾，对吧？香港、台湾你进去了以后，然后你就这里有语言，这个地球这个地方有语言，有繁体中文、日语和马来语，还有泰语。那你选中文，OK，选中文的时候，这个地方就进来了。进来的时候，对它那个什么，就是这里是有个登录的这个界面，OK，它有些是在往外有这些东西，看到没有？这样你还是要登录一下。登录的话呢，你看这里也有关于 Heli 商店新会员入门店铺，店铺就是商店嘛，对吧？你登录的时候你就进去，OK，你可以用任何的人的登录，比方说你就那个。嗯，任何一个人登录都行，OK，不论这个人是在亚洲还是在美国都行。你登录进去了以后呢，咱们还是英语都换成中文，换成中文这里就有很多了。这里就是说，你可以相当于像考试一样的，不叫考试，反正就是学习嘛。他就从这个就是第一步怎么用 k i l i 第二步用怎么用 Mac k i l i 然后时间这个视频有多少分钟，比方6分钟，他都跟你就是说，就是刚开始前面的从26秒这个地方开始，就是怎么充电，怎么下载 APP，怎么开你的机器，怎么当连接 APP，怎么使用你的程序，怎么使用分析的这个 APP，你看这都有。你看这个地方，你说很多人不知道什么叫这个，什么叫信息场，什么叫磁场，什么叫经络，什么叫高频载波，OK，都不知道怎么用。那还有训练课程，这边是怎么做生意的，这边是怎么使用产品的，Healy 的怎么用，微电流的怎么用 m a c 的怎么用，Healy 手表怎么用，还有 Healy 的这个叫什么Advisor 怎么用，怎么用难点分析，怎么用漂亮模块，好吧？那我们去看看怎么用教练模块。那天好，那个刘峰还在问，能不能教一下怎么用教练模块？教练模块这个地方就告诉你，这个教练模块是模组是什么意思，然后辅导中心的这个心理学的基础和最重要的原则，然后量子物理的观察者效应，然后信息场与量子纠缠，然后分析参数的一个解释，还有 Healy 这个传输这个时间的长短怎么安排，那人际关系主题的应用的案例，自我价值的这个主题的应用示范。然后职业主题的应用示范，OK，这有英文的文字下载，这些都在这里。那我们打开一个看一下，我看打开这个地方的话呢，我们就去看它这个地方呢，我们先它就给你一个箭头告诉你，这个箭头告诉你说你打开这个地方呢就有字幕，你可以打到最大屏，最大屏的时候呢，它就告诉你有各种语言来听。那你要中文吗？还是要什么的？你就选择 CC 这字幕。那字幕的话呢，我们选择 CC，我们选择中文繁体，好吧？因为可能现在在台湾的伙伴，然后中文就是普通，大概是简体，也有日语，各个国家的语言都有。那我们选繁体好了，OK。 现在你们开始听这个地方讲。
The Heal Advisor Analyze coaching module is the result of years of research and development by the Healy Group and its associates. This module offers unique possibilities for anyone wishing to develop their own personality or to support other people. With the coaching module, you can perform analyses and harmonizations in the information field within 6 or 10 specifically selected areas of life. The number of available thematic fields depends on whether you have purchased Personal Coach with 6 thematic fields or Success Coach with 10 thematic fields. In a series of training videos, we will discuss selected topics, explain them through practical examples, and discuss the analysis results. This should enable you to understand and effectively apply the coaching module. First, we always need to create a precise target definition. This is called the focus text. It should be worded with special care. An effective focus text should always be phrased in a positive way and describe the desired target state for the topic of analysis in the present. In the next step, we use the information stored as potential in the databases for this purpose and perform a focused analysis. In principle, there are 2 main types of analysis. On the one hand, you can analyze positive aspects and thereby create stronger awareness in order to bring them into a stronger focus in your life. The aim is to strengthen your resonance in these areas to enhance your life towards the desired outcomes. The second type of analysis is intended to identify which areas urgently need changing and to interrupt unfavorable resonances in the long term. Which type of analysis you choose depends on how you phrase the focus and thus orient your intentions. Let's take a closer look at how this works in practice. Here are the 6 or 10 topics as a first orientation where you can classify your topic. Self-worth, emotional balance, personal relationships, family relationships, social relationships, spirituality, potentials, goals, career, finances. For each of these topics, there are several databases directly related to them. For example, under self-worth, you will find databases such as personality aspects, individual qualities, and self-acceptance. The number of database entries, meaning the potential resonance options in the area of personality aspects, is shown in brackets. With these databases, you can perform analyses with the appropriate focus at any time as previously described. There are hundreds of different database entries available for your analysis with the coaching module. We recommend that you first select 1 or at most 2 aspects of your life. When you experience the necessary changes, you can start with the next topic, according to the onion layer principle. As you know, a core theme is often reflected in several areas of life. So, an improvement in one area can lead to changes in other areas at the same time. Here's an example. You ask yourself which aspects of your personality or which individual qualities could support you in the area of self-worth and empower you while interacting with others? Using the relevant databases allows you to exactly analyze these aspects and strengthen their resonance by harmonizing them. It is important to understand that the quality of your focus is directly related to the potential of the database entries and also responsible for the accuracy of the analysis results. You are thus creating resonances to material processes with your mental intention according to the principle of mind over matter. Incidentally, these analyses and harmonizations are happening in the information field, which we will discuss in more detail in the next video, not on a physical level. There is no cable connection. It is not a physical measurement.
这些都很短的视频。然后呢，比方说你这个，通常这里在讲什么这些怎么解释哈？我看他有个专门讲这些讲是什么意思，分析的参数的解释，很多人搞不懂。我们看一下哈。
Each entry of an analysis. Each.
这个把它翻成中文 subtitle。繁体。
Each entry of an analysis list contains the following 3 parameters: relevance, intensity, and potency. These parameters provide you with additional information that will help you to accurately interpret the result and to put it into an integral context with the other results. Relevance tells you how important the individual entry is in relation to the current focus. It also indicates its urgency. The higher the relevance, the more important the entry. Furthermore, positive relevance indicates a topic in the conscious realm. Negative relevance points to a topic in the subconscious, personal realm. When starting, you should mainly consider only the highest relevancies. Intensity is a parameter telling you how intensely the information should be transmitted into a person's information field. It is also an indicator for how much a person is ready to be confronted with the topic at hand. If the intensity is high, you can openly talk to that person about a topic. If the intensity is low, you have to be sensitive about how you approach them about that topic so that they don't react in an evasive manner. In other words, intensity signifies a person's confrontational ability towards the topic. As a simple interpretive guide in order to get you started, you should mainly consider intensities between 6 and 10. Potency indicates whether the significance of a topic lies in the foreground or in the background, or whether the issue is a cause or an effect. This overview should help you to understand the classification more easily. On the one hand, you see relevance, which we have placed in a range between conscious, meaning from 0% to plus 100% relevance, and subconscious, meaning up to minus 100% relevance. On the other hand, you can see the different potencies in the form of D, C, and LM, corresponding to the dilution in classical homeopathy, but which are here representing different qualities in the interpretation of your analysis results: cause or effect, or foreground and background. When performing an interpretation, please consider the D and C potencies more closely, because these are representing the foreground and directly show you cause and effect of the active topic. Among these two, D is more relevant because this way you will first work on the cause before dealing with the effect. If you don't see any D potencies in your results list, check if your intention is clear and your focus coherent and adjust if necessary. If the category Goals is included in your version of the coaching module, you can use your Healy device to find some clarity in your intentions or the right focus. For instance, by choosing one result from the database, goal, alignment, and intent. Then check how you resonate with this new focus. Sometimes the goal only becomes apparent when you are dealing with it this way for a while. LM potencies can usually be simply transmitted into the information field without explicitly mentioning them in the interpretation. If you also want to consider the numbers behind the magnitudes of the potencies, pay special attention to low values, because these indicate how strongly a topic has already manifested itself. The number behind the potency provides additional clues as to how strongly the subject is materially manifested. So if you see a low number like 50, 10, or 1, this is an indicator that the topic has manifested, so you can recognize this with high probability. For example, already in the behavior of a person. High numbers after the potency like 1,000, 100,000, or 10 to the power of 36 indicate that the topic is only present in a subtle way and therefore possibly not yet clearly perceptible in everyday life, not yet tangible or comprehensible. The interpretation of these three parameters opens up extensive possibilities for you to correctly interpret each analysis result and to classify it more accurately.
这个传输时间多长时间，这里也讲到了。多长时间的话，这里就是专门去用繁体。
In this video, we want to explain to you the selection of the transmission duration and the periods for the harmonization in the information field. We have designed the Healy to resonate the positive content of the analysis list via quantum entanglement with the physical noise generator into the information field. Simplified, this harmonization in the information field can be compared to reciting a positive affirmation. Your Healy recites, so to speak, the positive information of your analysis list over the period of the harmonization. You can also enhance this process by simultaneously accompanying the positive entries of the analysis list with your full attention while harmonizing, much like the saying, "Energy flows where attention goes." Other terms are also often used for the term harmonizing, such as balancing, optimizing, and vibrating. In an analysis list, one must distinguish whether the main issue is conscious or subconscious. If it is a topical and superficial issue, then it is a conscious one. If it is a deep, long-lasting issue, please consider it subconscious in the sense of optimization. Conscious themes are usually harmonized more often, but for a shorter time, so harmonization should be done about 6 to 8 times per day in a short interval of, say, 37 seconds. The total duration depends on how much change has already taken place. Only when you perceive enough change, you should make a new analysis and apply it again according to the guide for harmonization times. It is advisable not to actively apply more than 1 to 2 lists to a topic for a client. As examples for conscious topics, I have given the emotional imbalance. For example, in case of a sudden separation of the parents for the child, and the resulting insecurity concerning being alone. Surely you yourself know other conscious states from your life or from the lives of other people. Subconscious issues are usually harmonized less often and for a longer time. Here you can use an analysis list for harmonization in the client's information field about 2 to 3 times a day, with a duration of 2 minutes, 49 seconds, for about a month. If after a month there is little change in the person's condition, you can apply an additional analysis list for another month. Then try other databases or a current list from possible other categories. As examples, I have given imbalances over a long period of time that have not yet been processed, also long-lasting stress and emotional imbalances.
这些就看到这儿吧，大概就是这个意思了哈。总之呢，你可以去看这些什么信息场啊、量子纠缠呐、量子物理的观察者效应这些的啊，或者是这些心理，就是辅导，就是这个模块里边的心理学的基础和重要的一些原则，就是这些呢，就可以给自己相当于说他为什么会工作，这物理学的背景是什么，科学的背景是什么，对吧？那就是看这些东西呢，就可能会对你有帮助。我就不在这里一个个播了，好吧？